Good morning, this is Cindy from the Web Seller Circle, and today on the line we have Marc Fournet. He is the Business Development Manager from Fillz, and I asked him to show us around this product solution for multi-channel selling. So with that said, Marc, welcome and take it away.
Great. Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to your members, Cindy. And yes, of course, I'll give you an overview of what Fillz is all about. Basically, just as a quick overview, Fillz is really a tool to help you manage your most of your media items across multiple marketplaces such as Amazon, Barnes & Noble, A-Books, and others. We also have a repricing solution and FBA integration. So that's just a quick overview, but now I'll just get a bit more into the details of it for people who are interested in hearing about this product a bit more. So really, I just wanted to cover some of the things that I'll be speaking to in this presentation, go over the supported marketplaces, how Fillz can help manage your inventory, as well as order management, as well as our new integration with Fulfillment by Amazon, how we also have an intelligent repricing solution, and a few service options for different levels of sellers. And then I'll turn it over at the end to you, Cindy, for a couple questions. So I'll just sort of dive right in with a quick overview. So basically the premise of Fillz is to help save you time and money and grow your sales. So really, if you're looking to sell on multiple channels, what you want to do is upload your inventory to Fillz, and Fillz will put your items on multiple marketplaces where you have accounts. Again, some of those could be Amazon, A-Books, eBay. Basically, also, when you get an order from Amazon, one of the difficult things when you're selling on multiple marketplaces is to manage your orders across the different sites. So when an order comes in from Amazon, we will negate the quantity or adjust the quantity on the different marketplaces in an effort to eliminate double sales. So our system is doing that 24/7. So we're having a lot better ability to maintain a high fulfillment rate and prevent you from getting stockouts comparatively to whether you're doing it on your own or using a system that doesn't manage quantity adjustments automatically. So one of the things about Fillz that makes us not completely unique but different from some other products that are out there is that we are a web-based product versus software. So some of the things that are helpful to being web-based is that you can access your account on any computer from anywhere. So really all you need to have is internet access when you want to get into your Fillz account. So that can be a good thing if you're away from the office and you still want to check in to see what kind of orders are coming in. If you want to process orders or process cancellations for whatever reason, you can still do that while away. The nice thing also about Fillz is there is no licensing fee, so really it's a pay-as-you-go service, so we don't ask you for any upfront costs. We also allow you to use multiple user accounts, so if you wanted to restrict a few of your employees from seeing reports or settings pages, we can create sort of listing accounts for them, no additional fees. One of the things that I find is fairly innovative about Fillz, and a lot of our sellers have used this feature, is that there's a requirement on Amazon or a limitation on Amazon that only one business entity is allowed only one Amazon Pro Merchant account. So if you have multiple store locations and they're all geographically dispersed, this can be very difficult if you want to sell on Amazon and have all your stores sell on Amazon. So what Fillz has been able to do is, given that we're web-based, is to aggregate all those different stores to sell through one Pro Merchant account using Fillz. The store enters their items into Fillz as they would regularly, but they only see the orders that they need to process for their store. So the other store orders aren't getting in the way, and that makes it very efficient. The other thing about Fillz is that we're web-based. We host your data, so if your computer goes down or there's a crash, we have a backup here that's something that's a good peace of mind for many sellers. Moving into the marketplaces we support, so we definitely, in terms of the media category, support 20 different marketplaces. Of course, some of the biggest players, Amazon, A-Books, Libris, Barnes & Noble, Half.com. We also do some of the smaller or more specialized, I should say, textbook marketplaces such as Textbooks R Us and Velour Books. One of the needs that many booksellers and media sellers are looking for these days are their own web store. Fillz right now is integrated with a web store product called Chrislands.com. Chrislands is a great way to acquire your own website at an affordable price. So basically, for about $200, I think their setup fee is $199, they'll build you a website, and it's integrated with Fillz, so Fillz can push up your inventory to that site alongside your inventory going to Amazon or the other sites, as well as retrieve your orders from that site to be processed with the others. And you have complete control over your web store, and you can merchandise it the way you want. You can merchandise it directly to your customers. Of course, there's no commissions with Chrislands on sales that happen there. They have a monthly fee of about $24 and up, depending on how many books you are. But in terms of getting your own website that's book-specific or media-specific, it's one of the best ways to get an affordable web store. We also support 5 international channels. We support all the different Amazons across the world, as well as we support a UK marketplace that's very big in media called PlayTrade. One of the features I did also want to mention is we do also have the ability to upload to custom sites. So certain people have websites that they like to upload to because they're important for their type of book. So a lot of, say, rare and antiquarian sellers in the antiquarian market want to upload to something called antique books or books and collectibles, and they can do that through the custom feature in Fillz. Now I'm going to sort of move into the functionality of Fillz. The first one I want to touch upon is inventory management. There's a few different ways that you can enter your items into Fillz. You can scan or enter items individually or in bulk through our user interface. If you have a barcode scanner, you can scan the ISBN of the book or the UPC of the DVD, CD, or video game or electronic, and then basically hit enter, and then we will display all the different product information, and then you just need to add your condition, notes, and price. If you're used to using a current inventory management program and you'd like to keep using it, you can upload an inventory file in a few different formats, such as Seller Engine and Homebase. For very large sellers who have their own internal systems and who would like to maintain them, we provide the ability to upload via FTP, so you can upload a file that way. So really we, again, provide you the ability to upload to us multiple different ways through our user interface with a barcode scanner, or just simply one at a time, or via upload file to our user interface, or via FTP for people who are doing quite a bit of high volume. If an order sells on one site, we do all the inventory adjustments so that you don't get stockouts, as well as if you want to change all your quantities on your items, you can upload a file to us with quantity changes or price changes or whatever you see fit. Just to touch upon the inventory types that we are supporting, most of our customers would be coming from sort of the books, music, movies, and video games category. We do support electronic sellers, but we only support them on Amazon.com at this point. So if you're selling electronics, we could help manage and reprice your inventory on Amazon. However, we cannot upload your electronics to sites such as eBay or Buy.com. Hopefully at some point in the future that will be available within Fillz. Yeah, let me just quickly talk about order management. Basically, orders are from all the different marketplaces, whether the order is placed on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or A-Books. They all come into Fillz in the same screen to be processed. So you can process all your multiple marketplace orders in one place easily. When you process your orders in Fillz, we also send automatic confirmation emails to the different marketplaces. And if you provide us with tracking information, we'll send an email to, say, customers of A-Books telling them, thank you for your order is shipped, your tracking number is as such. For Amazon, basically, if you use, again, tracking, and you enter that into Fillz, we will pass along that tracking information to Amazon to pass along to the buyer. What's nice about that is that given that a lot of the contact from buyers are, where's my package, where's my book, that cuts down on it dramatically by sending tracking information through them, through us, saving you time to do other things such as scouting for more inventory. As well, for larger sellers, we also have the ability to retrieve orders via FTP file or via our order API. So one of the newest features of Fillz is we've added our first level of integration to FBA by Amazon. So we're looking to do more in the future, but at this point, really what you can do is you can upload your FBA items to Fillz via or user interface or FTP. What we can do for you is competitively reprice your FBA inventory, meaning that we can reprice your inventory against FBA sellers and non-FBA sellers, so you can be guaranteed to the lowest price or priced at a place where you feel comfortable. When we retrieve all your orders via FBA, we retrieve them into your Fillz account, and we automatically move in the ship status. So if some of your inventory is in FBA and some of it's not, you can take a look at that in your ship section in your Fillz account. However, the FBA orders aren't getting in the way, I guess I should say, because they're being moved to your ship folder. We integrate with a few different postage solutions. The more common postage solutions for sellers are, of course, Indicia, Dazzle, and Stamps.com. We have integrations with both of them. If you're doing large volume of orders, say over 100, 200, 300 orders a day, some people like to look at certain solutions such as Best Manifesting and IBS. We also have integrations with them as well. So if you're looking for a way to save on shipping and to make shipping easy in terms of printing labels, generating tracking information, postage, Fillz is integrated with some of the major solutions out there. Intelligent repricing. So obviously repricing is a fairly important need in marketplace selling, particularly for media sellers. And I mean, I guess that applies to all the different types of sellers, given that it's the marketplace on Amazon is very competitive. What Fillz does and what makes it unique is that we really tailor your repricing script to your business needs. So we don't make you choose from a set template of different rules that you can pick from. We work with you to develop the script. So we do have templates or preloaded scripts, but however, you can modify them and talk with our customer support team to do things that are specific to your business. We provide pricing data of other competitors from Amazon.com, Co.uk, and DE. We do also have pricing data from abooks.com on a weekly basis. You don't need to set the same price for each marketplace. You can have us set different prices for different marketplaces. Again, you can choose a strategy from our free script library or have our developers create a script customized to your business requirements. Some of the examples that we would use or a lot of sellers use are listed on this slide. The most common would be match or beat lowest price but stay above your cost, or a certain percentage of your cost so you don't go too low. We also have a feature where you can ignore specific sellers or specific competitors that you feel aren't pricing their books accordingly or don't have enough feedback or don't have a high enough star rating. You can also exclude specific items from going to specific marketplaces. So if you are a textbook seller and you sell instructor's editions, you can filter them from going from Amazon, but as you know, they can go to a book. We can enable them to go there with a simple script to do that. We do have the ability for you to compare your FBA items only to other FBA items, and that's an important feature, particularly if you want to be competitive in the FBA category. Let me just cover the different service options available. So the first introductory level, I would say, is the standard. So basically, it gives you the ability to upload to all the different marketplaces which we load. It gives you the ability to retrieve all your orders, process them through Indicia or Stamps or any of the providers. It does give you a repricing script. The data that we get from Amazon on the standard level typically is between 24 and 48 hours old. So you can reprice your inventory based on data that we've downloaded from Amazon for that time frame. We also can use a pricing script from or script library, or you can contact us and we can tweak the custom script. If it's an easy change, typically we do it on a complimentary fashion. If it's something that's a bit more complex, then we would actually provide you a quote with what it would take for us to develop your own script. Then we also provide support basically between 8 to 5 Pacific time, Monday to Friday. For standard service, we offer email and live chat support. Something I should mention, though, is if you're a new customer and you're having trouble getting started with Fillz, we do provide you with an introductory startup call where we can help get you activated, show you how to use the system. Obviously, we would like you to stay with Fillz, so we do like to spend the time with our sellers, especially initially, so that you know the tools and know the product to make you successful. Of course, on an ongoing basis, we're always there as well, but we really find that probably the first week or so is probably the most difficult time for sellers in terms of learning new systems, so that's why we try to make ourselves available through an activation call. In terms of what the fees are for Fillz, is basically for the standard option, it's a minimum monthly fee of $50 per month, and that's inclusive of revenue of $3,000. So if you do below $3,000 on the marketplaces, it's just a flat $50. Anything you do above $3,000, we charge a 1.4% commission on, and that's on item price only, so we don't factor in shipping as revenue for this calculation. And then if you get above $10,000, whatever you do above $10,000, we charge a 0.7% commission on. So that's sort of how our fee structure works at the standard level. To give you an idea, if you're doing around $5,000 a month on the marketplaces, your Fillz fee would be $78. If you're doing around, say, $15,000 a month, your Fillz fee would be around $155. And say if you're doing $50,000 a month on the different marketplaces, your Fillz fee would be around $428 a month at the standard level. So basically, for sellers who want a bit more from Fillz, we do also have a premium option, which is one step above. And there's basically a few major differences. But again, the ability to upload to the different marketplaces is all there. The order processing is all there. Really what sets it apart is we reprice your inventory basically at 10,000 items per hour, and we download fresh pricing data from the marketplaces specifically for your account, so we can reprice your items at that speed on the freshest data. So that's the biggest difference there. We also give you competitive pricing from additional marketplaces such as Amazon.ca and Amazon.fr, as well as we offer for the first month free customized script development, and then basically script development 2 hours a month after that point. So if you are really looking for a customized script that's unique to your business, we include that in the service. One of the things that we do as well that we're very pleased with at this level is basically are able to offer free phone support. So we have a 1-800 number, and you can call in and speak with an account manager who can help you with your account and your questions, as well as you have the option of, again, email or live chat if you don't want to phone in. Basically, the minimum monthly fee for premium is a minimum fee of $250 per month. That is inclusive of revenue of $20,000. So if you do anything below $20,000, it's a flat $250. Basically, whatever you do above $20,000, we charge a 1% commission on. So that's how that fee structure works. So if you're doing, say, $30,000 a month, your Fillz fee would be $350 a month. Say if you're doing $80,000 a month on the marketplaces, your Fillz fee would be $850, just to give you a bit of an idea of what the pricing options are. Basically, some very large sellers use Fillz to manage their different marketplaces. So what we have as another tier specifically for some users, that we call the custom tier. Really what the custom tier is designed to do is really increase the amount of repricing speeds that we can achieve based on our specific logic and skill set. So really, if you feel like you're a very high volume custom size seller in terms of what you need in terms of repricing, then we can sort of quote you what the custom level would be. So yeah, let me maybe at this point turn it over to Cindy for your questions about Fillz. If there's something I didn't cover, if I can leave you with anything at this point, is that given that Fillz is an efficient way to list your items on multiple marketplaces, we should be able to save you a lot of time, as well as through order processing, because we combine your orders in one place. That saves a lot of time as well. And if you're not listing on all the different marketplaces and that's something that you're interested in doing, you can see quite a growth rate in terms of sales by just adding a few marketplaces, and Fillz makes that really simple. So thanks for your time, and Cindy, I'll turn it over for your questions.
Mark, thanks. That was very interesting. Great product. As far as repricing and multi-channel selling, my first question for you would be, at what point should a seller start considering using a tool like Fillz?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. I think it probably varies for each seller, but I think if you're finding yourself already listing on multiple marketplaces and you're finding it a challenge in terms of consuming a lot of your time to list on multiple marketplaces, so you have to list your books on one site, then you have to go upload a file to another site and then another site. If that's taking up a lot of your time, then something like Fillz will make it easy for you. You just have to list the product once and we'll send it all to those sites automatically. As well as you're finding that, even if you're doing, say, 20, 30, 40 orders a day, but you're finding that managing the multiple deletes from the different marketplaces are becoming challenging and you're getting issues with stock outs and things like that, then I think Fillz makes sense for you as well there, given that we do it automatically. So if an order comes in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, we're still adjusting the quantity on the different sites, which is something that, unfortunately you can't do unless you got the computer next to your bed or something. Maybe if you're just selling on Amazon, you're not sort of happy with sort of where your level of sales are, just simply adding another marketplace may help you get that incremental revenue that's important for your business.
Yeah, I know as soon as I started branching out to another marketplace, I started having problems with all those things that you were saying. It's like, I sold it on eBay and I forgot to take it off of Amazon, or one or the other. Or in the middle of the night you get an order, especially during the holiday season when hopefully your business is really taken off and you're selling out on one venue, trying to keep up with the other is really hard.
Yeah, I think one of the key success factors really is to being an online seller is really getting good inventory that's in demand. And if you're really spending time just managing your listings and your orders across different sites, you're not sort of focusing on probably what will make you successful, which is finding that inventory. So I think that's sort of what Fillz takes out of the equation for you. We take care of that bit for you, allowing you to focus on those things that make you successful.
A quick question about kind of on that level. When you are ready to start selling on Amazon, what sort of account do you need to integrate with Fillz?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so basically you do need a pro merchant account. So I believe it's $39.99 on Amazon for a fairly unlimited amount of items. You can basically, I think there are advantages to selling with a pro merchant account anyways. But yeah, you do need to have a pro merchant account to use Fillz on Amazon.
Yeah, one of those big advantages, of course, is FBA. And I did notice in your presentation you were talking a bit about FBA, and the solution of having FBA. And it's great to see that you have that part in the equation, because I don't know how many people have considered selling, sending their products up to FBA and still selling those on multi-channels. So having that inventory management, even though your physical books or media are in the Amazon warehouse, that doesn't preclude you from being able to sell them on the multiple channels.
I mean, definitely FBA is a huge priority for Amazon, and sellers that are doing FBA are definitely seeing a lift in sales. So, I mean, it's probably one of the highest priorities for Fillz is to continue our integration to support that program. So, this is our first phase, but we do have additional things we'd like to do with that support. So it's definitely something we continue to develop on our product.
Yeah. Okay, so a really quick question about the pricing scripts and sort of taking it into that multi-channel. I want to make sure I understood it. You can set different prices for the same product for the different channels?
That is correct, yes. So definitely if you wanted to put different pricing structures for different marketplaces, that's something that we can do for you. If certain marketplaces offer free shipping, for example, on all their items. So if you wanted to say something like, for my Amazon.com, I want to set my price with match lowest price in same or better condition, but I want that price to go up by $3 if I'm setting the price to, say, a play.com that has free shipping, then that's something that you can do, and we'll do that automatically on your repricing script.
Oh, great. Right, and about the custom repricing scripts and things like that, it sounds a little bit advanced. Your template scripts, do you find that those pretty much, that most of your users find those usable and comfortable with them, or do you find that a lot of people want to tweak those?
Yeah, I think, probably for 75% of the users, the templated scripts are adequate and they're very happy with them and what they do. I think sort of 25% look and say, I have specific unique needs that aren't being met in the script templates, and I think people, some products will say, well, that's too bad, those are the scripts we have. So we've tried to allow for some flexibility there so that if there are rules that we don't have and in your scripts, that we are able to add them for you. Mm-hmm. And sometimes those are just very simple things like ignoring specific sellers, or sometimes some people don't want to necessarily be the lowest price, but they may want to be the average of the lowest three prices, or things like that. So there's certain times where people will have very specific items that are very popular, and they're worried about stockouts because how quickly they may sell on the different marketplaces. Mm-hmm. So sometimes what we can do there is, for an item with a very low sales rank, which is actually a good thing on Amazon, we can just list the item on Amazon for, say, the first 7 days, and then push it to other marketplaces. So those are some of the different things you can do. Some of them are in the script library, but some of them, are more sort of seller-specific cases, and we try to accommodate ourselves with that.
Oh, great! I'm totally into trying to keep things as simple as possible. I like hearing that the templates work for most people without having to go in and do a lot of tweaking.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things, if I could just briefly say, is that basically our standard service is a great place to start. It offers you all the templates that you want to use, repricing templates. It's also a very affordable way to try Fillz out. And if it doesn't meet your needs, then again, there's no sort of upfront fees or that sort of thing, but we really hope that it does, and we really work hard for you to be happy with Fillz. And then down the road, if you want quicker repricing or you want more customized repricing scripts, we have that opportunity to offer that to you, as well as we have our premium level that you can upgrade to very easily. So we support very small sellers who want to keep it very, very simple, or some really large sellers who have very complex businesses. So we want to be present for all those different types of sellers.
Another couple quick questions. I really appreciate you spending the time with us.
I'm happy to.
One of the things I was wondering about is, I sell in, specifically, this is a question for me, I sell in a lot of books that, fall just sort of pre-ISBN code. How do you tackle that?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we have on our inventory input page, we also basically have an ability to enter an item that has an ISBN, but we also have a non-catalog item page, which non-catalog item basically means it's not in the Amazon catalog, and typically if it often is not in the Amazon catalog because it doesn't have an ISBN. So what happens there is we have a page where you need to provide sort of basically 5 key fields for that book to appear on Amazon, or for Amazon to create an ASIN, what they call an ASIN, or match it to an ASIN. And those fields would be sort of title, author, binding, which would be sort of hardcover, paperback, things like that, publisher year, and publisher. So if you provide us those 5 things, then we can upload that item to Amazon, even if it doesn't have an ISBN. So, if you have a lot of pre-ISBN books and you're only selling on Amazon, then there's definitely an opportunity to sell on, say, A-Books or Libris that have a lot of buyers who look for those more type of collectible rare books.
Right. Exactly. So if I understand this right, so I provide those 4 fields, and that creates a catalog listing, or does it go out and match the catalog, look for an existing catalog?
Right. So both. So if you provide those fields, then if the item already exists on Amazon with those fields that we've provided to Amazon, Amazon will try to match your listing to something, an ASIN that's already created. If it's not created, and so you're the first person to list that book on Amazon, we will create that ASIN for that item. Okay. So it's so Amazon's trying not to create duplicate ASINs for the same for the same item.
Okay, so then I would have the ability to upload more information if I wanted to, like a picture and that kind of stuff, if I had it and wanted to.
That's correct. Yeah, so you can, you could basically, if your images are actually hosted somewhere, you can put an image URL, and then we will send that up to Amazon and the different sites so that they can display the actual pictures of your own book. Okay,
great. I just love the fact that you can access the software. It's web-based as opposed to computer-based, because I've just been thinking about going out and spending a little bit more time on the road. So if I have the ability to, let's say, if I go to let's say a library sale, if I don't even have to wait till I get back to the home to start listing those things. If I wanted to, I could do it in the evening at the hotel or in my RV. So I love that it's web-based as opposed to computer-based.
That's something that a lot of our sellers mention to us all the time. They want to be very customer-focused and getting back to their customers quickly. And given that they don't want to be always homebound because they want to go to book fairs and things like that. That yes, the fact that they can contact their customers and process their orders and things like that is a huge benefit to them.
Yeah, just a big thumbs up there. One more question for you. Is there a way to see a demo of the product and get more information?
Yeah, thanks for asking that question. I didn't actually put any screenshots or anything like that in the presentation because everyone's business is unique, and sometimes it's hard to speak effectively to exactly how our product would meet someone's needs. But what I like to do is, of course, set up individual web demos with people and take them through the product and answer their specific questions. And if they are interested in finding out more, I've put my email there and my phone number. Happy to hear from your members, and would love to give them a demo if they'd like to hear more.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mark, for spending this time with us and talking about Fillz.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.